7 months ago, I set off to drive the entire coast of mainland Scotland whilst living full-time in my van. I've seen some incredible places and met some incredible people along the way. 24 episodes later, I finally reached Duncansby Head and completed the East Coast. But this journey is far from over, because from here I turn west and a whole new chapter begins along Scotland's north coast. And it doesn't take long for Caithness to remind me that Scotland's coastline isn't shaped by landscapes alone. It's shaped by the people who live here, the people preserving its history, protecting its wildlife, supporting local communities, and building their lives around this extraordinary corner of Scotland. And over the next few days, I'm about to meet quite a few of them. Well, hey folks, I'm back at Duncansby Head, the end of the East Coast journey, where I left you off last week. It's a beautiful location. You can see the Orkney Islands in the distance behind, stunning lighthouse and towering cliffs, and then of course the Duncansby Stacks, which are just absolutely incredible. And next up for this series around the entire coast of mainland Scotland, we're going to explore the North Coast. In last week's episode, as I made my way back up to this point, I stopped by my mate Stevie and Avi Moore for a short hike to prepare my body for what's to come before meeting the incredible Luke Stoltman, Britain's strongest man in 2025, to get some tips from him in his gym and then enjoy a cold water dip at a stunning beach. I then moved further north again, had a game of golf with my friend Stephen at Tain Golf Club, which was absolutely brilliant, and again got me some steps in and got the body moving before making my way back up to this point. It's been a hell of a journey so far, and next up is the incredible North Coast, and I cannot wait to take you with me. But first up, it's time to make some breakfast. Look at that. Oh, these eggs, these duck eggs are a different level. They're just totally different from hen's eggs. Meant to be more nutritious for you as well. Could eat these every day. Right, so belly full, and now it's time to head the first stop of the day along the north coast, John O'Groats. That is the rain on. Great timing, David. I might just wait 5 minutes, see what happens. I almost felt like it was stopping there after saying that. The one thing I always do when I come to John O'Groats, like everyone else, touch the lamppost. So this is the famous signpost at John O'Groats, and if you come here and make the pilgrimage, you've got to touch it. You've got New York 3,230 miles away, Land's End 874 miles away, Edinburgh 273 miles, Orkney only 8 miles off the coast, and Shetland 152 miles. It's closer to Norway than Scotland, really. But it's got to be done. Now that is rain. My word. I've got a feeling this is going to be a stop-start day. What do you reckon? As I passed through John O'Groats, I decided to check out somewhere I'd never actually been before, and with the rain absolutely hammering down outside, a 125-year-old watermill seemed like the perfect place to hide for a while. This is the John O'Groats Mill, built in 1901 and the last working water-powered mill in Caithness. But milling on this very site is thought to stretch back to around 1,000 years, evolving from the simple horizontal mills used in Norse times to the building you see today. For generations, local grain was brought here to be processed, particularly oats and bear, an ancient variety of barley once widely grown across northern Scotland. Oh wow. The Houston family ran mills here from 1750, with production finally coming to an end in 2001 after more than 250 years of family involvement. Thankfully, the story didn't end there. A local trust was formed to save the building, and after a major restoration, it opened in 2025 as a museum and community space. Across its floors, the original machinery remains remarkably intact, alongside displays and artefacts explaining how the mill worked, the people who worked here, and just how important places like this once were to everyday life in Caithness. Not bad for somewhere I originally walked into just to get out of the rain. Well, that was just great. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Obviously, I went to see Preston Mill in an earlier episode. I think it was my second episode of this series. And that's just, completely different. That's, 800 plus years old at least. And very different to this one, but they've done such a great job with it, sort of converting it into a museum as well. And on a Sunday from 3 p.m-ish till 4, they do an hour-long tour and they actually show you the watermill in operation, which would be really great to see. I'm not going to get a chance to see it, unfortunately, but I would like to come back and do so. But it's a really nice wee museum, and it's just great learning about the history and the processes of actually milling the grain and all of that kind of stuff. It's brilliant. Some goose. I don't know if you can see those big cliffs in the distance, just on the left hand side. That's where we're heading. That was a healthy wee wave she gave me there. I like that. Leaving John O'Groats behind, the road carried me west, towards a place I'd been looking forward to reaching for a very long time. Dunnet Head, the most northerly point of mainland Britain. And it's home to some of the most dramatic coastline in the entire country. Just wait till you see this. I'm going to do something I've never done before here, and that is actually take a walk around the cliffs. There is actually a really kind of long walk that you can do up to Dunnet Head. It's on the Walk Highlands website and app, but it's around about 4 or 5 hours, I think. And with the weather being the way it is, I mean, I was considering it, but I would just get absolutely drenched. So I thought I'll just drive up here and then go and do the walk around the cliffs, take a closer look, hopefully see some of the birds. But I've got my waterproof jacket on. I'm just gonna stick a pair of waterproof trousers on and my hiking boots, because if I get a downpour, at least I know I'll stay dry. Just want to come around this side of the wall first, just to see if I can get the birds up towards the lighthouse. Oh. Certainly can. What a stunning wee spot. Absolutely fantastic. I've just spotted a couple of puffins. Wow! Don't know if you can see them there. I'll maybe need to get my phone out. I'll try and zoom in. See them? Just on the edge there. I'll get my phone out and see if I can get a bit closer. There they are. Look at them. Amazing. That has made my day. Superb. I'm going to go up, check out some of the other viewpoints as well. So I have tried to time this when the rain has stopped. I don't know how long I'm going to get. And behind me here, see the Orkney Islands there, and the island of Hoy, and the old man of Hoy is out. You can actually see the old man sticking out from here. It's an incredible spot. I actually created a film previously, 5 Days in Orkney, and it was an amalgamation of the 5 episodes that I did in my first ever series last January. So if you want to check out that film, the link is in the description of this video. Really is a superb view you get from up here, looking back to where we came from, coming around that coast. And then of course you've got the other side, looking along the north coast from here, and you can actually see Ben Hope, which is the most northerly Munro in Scotland, way out in the distance. Not even my phone camera will pick it up. I will be hiking it. I've done it before, but I will be doing it again, hopefully on a clearer day this time. I can show you some of the views.
Go for that
Just
one.
tap it there. There we go.
Number 6, picnic bench, red firebox.
Yeah.
Just as the road goes up. 6 and 7, but somebody's already on number 10, so I can't give you that. You'll see because the cove's dead tight and against you. So you get to see down out dolphins really early and what have you, which is wonderful again.
Oh, brilliant.
I'm not sick of seeing them, but I'm always busy. So number 6, you've got the picnic bench. Please do not have a fire.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Anything you want, give me a shout, I'll help you. This building we're at here now, the Seal Hospital, at the complete opposite end, there's a sink outside, clean drinking water, hot water.
Yep.
Wash your pots, follow the path around, you find the toilets and the showers. There is electric in the corridor, we need to charge anything.
It's got showers as well? Oh, perfect.
Well, there's a bath.
What?
It's a bath.
If
you want a bath.
Oh, no. I'll have a shower. I'll have a shower.
Yeah.
I could do with one. I've had a couple of cold dips the last couple of days, but I could do with a shower.
Very good. Just get your ass up there, and as you're going into the corridor, my man Denny's to the right. You'll see it. I've got a pool table and a bar and everything.
Right. Okay. Pizza night tomorrow night. I'll be back here tomorrow again now. So when I carry on to sort of Thursday and that tomorrow, I'll just come back on myself. What a place this is with the cliffs all around, by the way. Wow. Now you might have noticed on the signs when I was coming in the gate that there was Caithness seal rehab and release on site here. I'd contacted her before I came here to learn and hear a little bit more about the incredible work that she and the other volunteers do. But before I go and have a chat with Claire, it's time to prep some food. And I'm actually going to be prepping food for tomorrow because I've got some chicken and I'm going to use this marinade, the Caithness tikka marinade. Now, it's not one that you can buy in the shops here. There are some butchers and things that will sell it, but your main supermarkets don't sell it. They're actually based in Wishaw, where my girlfriend lives in North Lanarkshire. And it is the best marinade I've ever had on chicken. It is properly tasty and authentic. And that's what I'm going to be doing tonight. I'm going to marinate it and leave it overnight in the fridge. And then tomorrow, we're going to be tucking into that with some flatbreads and some salad. Look. Let's cut it up into sort of mini fillets for the flatbreads. Honestly, the smells you get from that Caithness tikka marinade, it's honestly unbelievable. I cannot wait to have that tomorrow now. Now, what a view from the side door of my van this is at this campsite. Fantastic. Look at that. There's Orkney in the distance again. Brilliant. I think I'm going to be quite happy here. So here we are. Here's the toilets and showers. Brilliant. Oh, rustic. But this is my favourite part. Look at this bar. Wee pool table. And the pizza. Wood-fired pizza oven. Nice fire. And Phil's even got the same sign as me I've got on the outside of my van. My sense of humour might hurt your feelings. And he was telling me earlier as well, you can see there's some guitars, there's a banjo, there's a Nord keyboard, what looks like a Nord, is it? Yeah, keyboard there as well, and there's loads of musicians locally, and they come down here on the Friday and get some music on, play some pool, have a laugh, have a bit of a party. Sounds great. He was saying that some of the musicians are actually away at the moment, unfortunately, but you never know, I might get a couple down tomorrow night when I come down and enjoy a beer and join in and try one of Phil's pizzas. Can't wait. Sunny when I went in the shower. Look at it now. Oh my God. I think I'll maybe wait this one out. Either that or it's a run back to the van. What do you reckon? Run? Aye, fuck it. It feels so far away now. Oh God. Blowing right in off that sea. Oh, I was wet anyway a couple of minutes ago. Right. Oh. Look at that. Oh. It's blowing right in the door. I'm not going to be looking at that view now, that's for sure. Oh God, what's this day been like? It's just on, off, wild. Hello.
That's Marigold.
Oh, look at the wee face. Oh my God. Hey folks, well as promised, I'm here with Claire, the owner of the Caithness Seal, Rehab and Release. Listen, thanks so much for taking the time to see me. I know you're incredibly busy at the moment, but just for the people that are watching, can you just explain what it is you do here?
So we're a small hospital, private small hospital. We run completely on donations and whatever funding we can get, but we rescue, rehabilitate and release baby seals. So whether that's common seals or harbour seals.
Yep.
It's normally a call from a member of the public will come directly to us, and then we send a seal pup assessor out to go and take a look at the pup and see whether it needs picking up or not. And then we'll pick the pup up if need be and bring it back to the hospital.
Right, okay. And what sort of area then could those calls come in from? Is it?
So we cover from Ullapool all the way up the northwest coast, all the way along the north coast, and all the way down the northeast coast about as far as Findhorn.
Wow, right, okay.
We also cover the Western Isles, so Isle of Lewis, Isle of Harris, North and South US as well.
Bloody hell. I mean, obviously that's why you're so busy at the moment. You said to me before you're at capacity at the moment.
We
right?
are at the moment, we're full to the brim, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the most commons that we've had so far since opening the hospital this year.
Right, okay. And just so I get a better understanding, but the people watching get a better understanding as well, when the pups come here, what are the main causes for them ending up here, if that makes sense?
For the grey pups, because they're born in winter, sometimes it can be down to the really bad storms that we get up here. You know, they'll be washed up on the beach or separated from their mum in the bad storms. Okay. Human disturbance as well is a factor, and you know, dogs disturbing seals and biting them. And then the common seals, which come in the summer. Again, unfortunately, because it's tourist season, it's a lot of human disturbance, you know, people and their dogs and whatnot. Not so much to do with the bad weather, because we don't get that bad weather in the summer. So it's mostly pups that have been separated from their mum, right, in one way or another. Okay, yeah, and Phil was telling me the other day you had a birthing here. We recently did. That can't be very common, is it? No, that's never happened before in captivity. Wow. And it'll probably never happen again. It's just a once very unexpected. We picked Poppy up from Nairn Beach, I think it was.
Right. Yeah.
Originally, I thought she was a juvenile seal because she was so small. She was only 45 kilos, and that's nothing for a pregnant female. She should be around double that. So I thought, based on the assessor's pictures, that it was a juvenile seal that was having terrible seizures on the beach. So we picked her up. She was barely conscious. Took her to the closest vets in Tain. Sorry, it was Tain, not Nairn. And they had a look at her and said, yeah, she'd be okay to travel up to us. And she came up to us, and again, never thought anything of it. It was about 3 or 4 days later. I was just doing medical checks and all, listening to her lungs and heart and everything, and suddenly something moved in her belly. And I thought, oh, there's a pup in there. And I put my hand on her belly, and there was a really strong heartbeat, so we knew she'd had a pup. She was carrying a pup as well. So
Wow.
And then it was about a week after that she gave birth to the pup here in the hospital.
Wow. And is that pup still?
The pup's still with us. Yeah. Mum. Once after she had the pup, she was only 38 kilos. She was really, really tiny and really, really underweight. We got her up to 70 kilos and released her back to the wild.
Right. Okay.
She'd had 6 weeks with her pup, so longer than they would normally do in the wild.
In the wild, yeah.
But she's off and she's enjoying her wildlife, hopefully.
Oh no,
hopefully.
that's great. So for obviously, how long have you been doing this? Why? What's your story?
Hospital opened in November 2022, but we've been rescuing pups since about 2018. The reason why we decided to open the hospital because we were picking up pups here local to us, and they were having to get transferred all the way down to Edinburgh, which is the closest hospital. Some of the pups weren't making it because it's such a long journey for them, so we just thought, look at that, we'll open our own hospital. So that's what we did. So
was this built from the ground up then, essentially?
Not really, no. Most of the buildings were already here.
Right.
We just converted them into hospital.
Oh, brilliant. And so you mentioned earlier that it's donations. Obviously, it's a charitable organisation. That's what funds all these things as well. Obviously, so you don't get any central funding or anything like that?
No, we don't get anything from anybody.
Tragic,
it's unfortunately, it's the good hearts of the member of the public that donate to us. Any fundraising that we do, any stalls that we hold, events that we hold, things like that, and then any funding that we can actually apply for. This year hasn't been great. I've applied to 7 different funders, and all of them have said no, so we've had no money this year.
Wow.
So we are going to battle a bit, but...
Yeah. And have you got a link that people can donate to and things like that then set up?
Yeah, there's a Just Giving page and a crowdfunding page on our Facebook page.
Right, okay.
But they can also go onto the website and click on the donate page, and that'll take them straight to the Just Giving page, where they can donate.
So what I'll do then, I'll get that Just Giving link and I'll put it in the description of this video for everyone that's watching. So if you want to donate, absolutely, please do so. I'm definitely going to believe in a donation. At the end of the day, it's people like yourself that are putting your own time into it, and I don't think people really appreciate the amount of work that sort of goes into it. I mean, even just for us to get 5 minutes here is difficult,
appreciating it, but I don't think people understand what goes into rehabbing a wild animal. This is a hospital, and it's like a human hospital. Things change every day, and you've got to assess each pup every shift you come in, and make sure they're still healthy and well. And it's long hours, it's tiring, and it's hard work. Yeah. But somebody's got to do it.
Yeah, and I know. I mean, even just thinking about, never mind keeping the lights on and things like that, but the food. I mean, how much fish did they go through?
So far, these guys have been in since beginning of June. And we're on our 2nd ton of herring.
So in a month?
In 2 months.
So a ton a month?
A ton a month, just about. That's when we're at full capacity, because we're at full capacity now. We're going through about a ton a month of herring.
And obviously, I don't know if you want to say this, but how much would a ton of herring
ton
generally
of herring is about £1,200.
So that per month?
Yeah.
Bloody hell. Yeah.
Yeah. We go,
That's
you know,
a
that's
lot.
just for the common season, and then when the greys come in, they tend to eat more than the commons, so we can go through a good 8 to 10 tons of fish in a year.
Wow. Aye, that's quite incredible.
So in about a week's time, we'll be starting what we call our donation drive. There'll be a campaign on Just Giving and on the crowdfunding page, and as well as on Facebook. And what happens is every donation we get from anybody worldwide, they receive a handcrafted gift from local crafters that have made gifts and donated them to us.
Oh, wow.
To give away as gifts to people who donate. So we'll be starting that in about a week's time. The donation drive will go live.
Oh, brilliant. That sounds great. Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully we can raise a bit of money for the hospital.
No, that would be great. Well, listen, personally, I'd just like to thank you for the work that you do anyway, and I'm sure my viewers will appreciate it as well. And thanks so much for your time. Honestly, I greatly appreciate it.
Good, I'm glad.
Well, what a lovely start to my day. Beautiful morning. A bit of nip in the air, not gonna lie, but it's lovely. It's just a beautiful view, that. It really is. AJ! Hey! You too, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm grand, looking forward to this. Look at that beach!
I know, it's mad, isn't it?
Oh wow. Set within the beautiful Dunnet estate, overlooking this incredible bay, you'll find Dunnet Bay Sea View Sauna, the most northerly wood-fired sauna in mainland Britain. And just look at those perfectly formed waves rolling towards the shore. As I was about to learn from a local resident and Scottish surfing champion, Iona, there's a reason Caithness is regarded as one of the best places to surf in the world.
This is our sauna, so we built it ourselves. It
Awesome.
was originally an old caravan that we found on our friend's farm, and we took the caravan off.
Wow.
And then all the wood is from, like, we reclaimed from Caithness. And the only things that we didn't buy that was reclaimed is the sauna wood itself and the stove.
Wow, brilliant.
So
what kind of stove is it?
It's a Navi stove.
Oh, yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, love them. And then even like the back wall of the sauna, when you go in, you'll see is old slate from old houses.
All right, okay, brilliant.
Yeah. So.
And you've got a bath here.
Yes.
Is that the plunge?
Yeah. So.
Oh no! Oh, you've got the barrels.
We've got barrels, which have steps inside, so you can sit in there if you enjoy a plunge for a little bit longer. You should definitely do a barrel before you go.
Oh, I'm definitely going to do one, yeah.
And then we've got a bath. The reason we got a bath is because we had some people who had mobility issues getting in the barrel and stuff, so we bought
All right, okay, great.
So you can work on what you like the most.
No, I'm definitely going to go in a barrel. That's great. Oh, no, come on, come on.
The man who built it.
Good timing.
How you getting on?
So you built this?
Yes, that was me. Yeah,
Fantastic.
Yeah. AJ's the boss, but I'm the builder. How
Right.
you getting on, Jake?
I'm good, Jake, David. Nice to meet you, mate. Nice
How's
to meet
things?
you.
What day?
Oh, I couldn't have picked a better morning.
No, it's gorgeous.
You know what? Actually, it was quite nice yesterday, and then the heavens opened.
Oh, mate, it was
Well,
mental.
honestly, it was so hard filming. I was taking cover in the van.
Honestly, so we were, like, yesterday we had a day off together, which is really rare.
Yeah, yeah.
We were like, we're going to make a chicken coop. We're
Yeah,
gonna,
yeah.
have a nice project on the land. Literally started it, just this big black cloud rolled in, and it was just the heavens opened.
Yeah, yeah, no.
Awful.
Yeah,
the midges.
it was pretty wild, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, but it was a good day anyway. But I parked up at Windhaven
Oh, nice.
campsite.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, Phil's a character,
Amazing
isn't
view. Yeah.
he? He is, but I love his little bar, so I'm staying again tonight.
Oh, nice.
So hopefully maybe a couple of musicians come down or something. That would be good.
Sweet, that'd be awesome.
So yeah, brilliant. But I can't wait to get
Mate,
a wee session.
No,
Yeah.
it's such a nice day for it as well. I'm so
Oh,
glad
you've-
that the sun's out and it's looking like
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah,
compared to yesterday.
you've done a great job with this place. I love how rustic it all looks.
Yeah.
It's very different from a lot of saunas that you
I think
see,
so.
you
Yeah.
know.
So when we were kind of like designing it and building it, we looked at a lot of kind of like old traditional Swedish saunas.
Yeah, yeah.
And because like the history of it isn't like a bougie thing to do. The history is it's a really like it's communal.
Oh yeah.
It's very kind of like authentic. You just kind of sit there, you chill out. It's not like straight and
Yeah, I mean it was there
clean.
to cleanse them.
Exactly.
You know what I
yeah.
mean? That's what it was. It was a cleaning process essentially. So
it's a little bit different than other ones, which we
oh no, I love it.
Yeah.
I can't wait to try one of those barrels.
Oh mate, the big one is the one. It was so funny. So when we finished building it, we spent ages building it, and we put loads of time into it, and we got a barrel for free from one of the distilleries.
Yeah, yeah.
And after people used it, they're like, oh, you know what? My favourite part, that barrel. I'm like,
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, no, absolutely right. Oh no, I can't wait.
I mean, if you got any free time, any days, I would love to get you out. But obviously,
Oh god, can you imagine me surfing?
Yeah.
like people think
I think you'll
surfing
be
is
shocked.
this extreme thing, but honestly, we've taken people out who are 80 years old for their first surf lesson, and they said it was the best day of their life.
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
It's one of these things where you don't have to fly to your feet. You can just like stay on your belly, go on your knees. You get this incredible feeling of flying over the water.
And the spot that they do it is so nice because it's just down at
Like
the
honestly,
yeah.
you won't get anywhere better in the world.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
awesome.
don't know if you've ever heard of surfing at Thurso East or up on the north coast, but it's not a super known thing. But yeah, the wave quality is
It's the best way.
That's why we all
very
love it.
special,
Up
like
there.
world class. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
not
wow.
something like
You'd
underground.
never think that, would you?
No,
Yeah,
this is the thing.
So many like big surfers from all over the world specifically come for Thurso and a couple of the other spaces, and like
Really?
you'll watch their surf videos and like we'll be able to see where they are. Like you'll know from the wave that they're up here.
No
They just
way.
come up secretly, don't they? And they
Yeah.
don't film the spots so that you know exactly where it is.
Yeah.
It's like it's quite a cool thing. I mean, you think of surfing like if in the UK you think Cornwall, and we've got this huge surf scene. There's surf cafes and shops everywhere. We don't have any of that, but the wave quality and the actual
just
surf
so much
scene we
better.
have is
But the reason that
Unreal.
nobody does it, or like it's not that popular, is that it's only in the winter time that it gets good.
Alright, okay,
So
yeah,
if you put a
yeah.
6 mil wetsuit on.
if you're experienced.
yeah, yeah.
You wouldn't want to learn.
No, oh, definitely.
No, no, yeah, yeah.
But that's why it's low key.
Oh wow. Well, I mean,
Yeah, it's.
I would love to give it a try.
Aye.
Let me have a look at my diary.
Yeah, that'd be
Because I'd
cool,
love to
that'd
come
be cool.
down. This is Iona, by the way. She runs a surf school right here.
Literally can see Jake teaching. You look out to.
Yeah, brilliant. I'd love to give it a go. Let me have a look at the diary and see if I can squeeze it in.
Yeah.
Time for a barrel?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
It's nice.
Where did you say you got these barrels from? The distillery or
Yeah, 8 Doors.
8 Doors? Are they local to here?
Yeah, they're John O'Groats.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, they're really nice. But yeah, basically someone came and used the sauna and he was like, we had this barrel. And he was like, I think you need a bigger barrel. Just send me a message. So I sent him a message and he was like, donate to John O'Groats Play Park and we'll give you a barrel.
Awesome. Yeah, that's
so
great.
we've just popped.
What do they do? Is it whiskey, gin? Or?
Yeah, whiskey.
Whiskey, yeah.
Yeah,
great.
when we first got that, it smelled of whiskey. So, and you'd sit in it and you'd be like, I'm marinating in local whiskey.
That sounds alright, actually, to be fair.
Yeah, they got a little restaurant and stuff as well, just
Oh,
at
right. I must have missed it.
John O'Groats.
I'll need to give them a shout next time I'm
Yeah,
up.
definitely.
So AJ, listen, thank you so much.
Thank you for
Honestly,
coming.
it was an absolute pleasure. Brilliant views of this whole sort of Dunnet Bay area. And Iona, lovely to meet you as well.
See you surfing.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes, folks. Stay tuned. Leaving Dunnet Bay, I started making my way west towards Thurso, but AJ had given me one recommendation before I left: Castletown Butchers. Now, I'm never going to turn down a recommendation involving food, so I stopped in, grabbed myself a hot pie for the road, and a beautiful ribeye steak to stash away in Sky's freezer for another night. Then it was on to Thurso, where before doing any more exploring, there were a few slightly less glamorous parts of van life that needed taking care of. A load of washing, a much needed haircut, and obviously a coffee. Well, a cold coffee this time, from Tall Tales, a brilliant little cafe in town, formerly a quirky little bookstore. With me looking slightly more respectable again, I headed for the North Coast Visitor Centre. And this place really surprised me, because the museum takes you through an enormous sweep of Caithness history. From the geology and fossils that began forming hundreds of millions of years ago, through the people who've inhabited this northern landscape and into the modern age. Some of the most fascinating exhibits are the picture stones discovered here in Caithness. Covered in beautifully preserved crosses, animals and mysterious Pictish symbols. And there's now another Ulster stone here too, discovered in only 2022 and put on public display in 2025. Then suddenly you jump forward more than 1,000 years to another chapter that completely transformed Caithness. Dunray. From the 1950s onwards, the nuclear research establishment just west of Thurso became one of Britain's leading centres for experimental reactor technology, attracting scientists and engineers from around the world and bringing thousands of people into the area. The exhibition is fantastic. There are original objects from Dunray, pieces of reactor equipment and even a recreated control room interior, telling the story not only of the technology, but of the enormous effect the site had on life and employment here in Caithness. On my walk back through town, I did make one final stop at Old St Peter's Kirk. The ruins date back to at least the 13th century, and were Thurso's parish church until 1832. Another little piece of the town's history hiding almost in plain sight. But from Thurso, I was about to leave the coast behind for a while, because around 20 minutes inland, I'd been told about a genuine Caithness hidden gem.
Chris! Hiya, Dylan. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Good, yourself?
No, very good, yeah, thanks. Oh, he's coming up straight away. Look at this.
So this is Sven here. Yeah.
Hello, Sven.
So we've got Sven, Levy and Mr Antlers.
Wow.
I'll explain who's who when we head in the paddock. European tundra reindeer is what these guys are. So in the wild, widespread throughout kind of the north of Norway, Sweden, into Russia as well. And then of course we have caribou in North America. Yeah. So the caribou, more or less the same, but they tend to grow bigger, right? Because they've got more space, so they grow into the space. It's kind of environmental.
Some size of antlers though, isn't it?
Yeah, well this year, they're still quite young, these guys, right? So at the minute, they're only 4 years old. I'm not so much fully grown, but a mature reindeer is around 6 years old. And the antlers get bigger and bigger each year until they reach that age. Yeah, so you're casting them, growing a new set every year. But this year is what we describe as like the fingerprint year, right? Yeah. So after year 4, if you like, the pattern of the antler is set. So this is the cotter where we start our experiences. So we run. I'll describe them as educational tours, right?
Right, okay.
But not in a boring way, right? So you're not going to come and have to do classes. But educational in that we never originally intended to do this, right? So we got the reindeer solely because we wanted reindeer. Which is weird. I know that's weird.
Why? How did that come about?
A trip to Lapland 20 years ago.
Of course.
Basically. Yeah. We'd always loved red deer, right? So we moved from the northeast of England, and we used to live on the edge of the Dales. So we were used to the red deer, and we loved looking at the red deer. But we went to Lapland, like say 20 years ago, and we just fell in love with them to the point when we came back here. This is where it does get a bit weird. We started looking at how difficult it would be to keep reindeer here. But 20 years ago, it wasn't very easy, right? The legislation was different. They were classed as dangerous wild animals 20 years ago.
Right.
In Scotland specifically. And that brought with it problems, right? Because you needed special licensing and all this sort of thing.
Yeah,
Today they're not. Today they're very, very similar in category to cattle and sheep. The tagging rules are a bit different, but other than that, they're not particularly tricky to have, in that you have your holding number and this sort of thing. But other than that, there's nothing special about actually having them. It's just the care of them that's different.
Yeah,
right?
Of course, yeah. Oh, this is great.
So this is it was all inspired by Lapland and that first visit to Lapland. Obviously a very common building over there.
Obviously we're during season, so you open for business, is it Monday to Friday, is it weekends?
Yes, so
as well?
we run sessions typically Monday to Friday. We do weekends if people request it.
Yeah.
And we only do one session a day. Right?
Yeah.
And that's to allow them to be reindeer the bulk of the time.
Of course,
honest,
yeah, it makes sense.
We tend to tie the sessions in with feeding times as well, so that we're not upsetting the routine. They're kind of creatures of habit.
Yeah.
And all our sessions are private sessions. So what would happen is you book online. You have to book in advance for these sessions because of our licensing, right?
Okay.
But you book it online, and if you book that slot, you'll be the only group visiting in that slot. So it's quite nice. It's supposed to be intimate, kind of.
Yeah, it must be great for families.
It's brilliant for families, and
yeah.
it's totally suitable for grown-ups as well. Yeah, we get this perception that that reindeer are for kids, but we're not a petting zoo. We're more about the learning about the animal, right?
Yeah.
And so it's perfect for grown-ups in that respect.
Well, listen, I'd love to go and meet them. Can we go and meet
let's
them
do
and
it.
give them a feed?
Yeah.
Brilliant, thank you.
What we're doing here is we're just giving them, it's more or less 500 grams of the mix that they get morning and night. We're putting it in 3 separate buckets because in the paddock they have 3 separate feed troughs, and that was all to do with the parasite control and teaching them to eat out their own trough. So if we have to give them any medication, then we can be sure that they're each getting their own.
Yeah, makes sense.
So
great.
we're going to take this in. I'm also going to take some lichen in, but we'll grab that outside.
Now I know why you're called Lichen Caithness Reindeer. Okay, we'll be quite quick.
We'll be quite quick, otherwise Sven will be in it. Okay, and then what I'll do is I'll swap. Do you want that now, or do you want?
Yeah, go for it.
For that, if they want to take
the
any of
lichen.
that, just give them it. Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll tend to go backwards and forwards between the feed.
Hello.
Is that a good nose shot?
Hey. That was perfect. Chris, what is that clicking noise I'm hearing?
The clicking is really important, right? What it actually is a tendon in their ankles. And every step they take, the tendon clicks past a protrusion on the bone. And the reason it's so important is, if you notice, as animals, they're really quiet, right? They hardly make any noise, and that's because if you're in minus 40, you don't be wasting energy shouting at all your pals, right? So they've evolved to have this click, and the click's important because if they can't see the rest of the herd in a blizzard, and they're looking for a way of finding them, rather than waste the energy shouting, they listen for the clicks.
Wow!
And follow the clicks. So it's really, really important.
No way!
It's quite funny because lots of people come and they might go kind of like you would at a horse, yeah, and they get really confused by it because they associate the clicks with something completely different, you know.
Wow!
So it's really interesting.
God, that's fascinating. I obviously I'd never heard that before in my life. It's almost like a bit of electricity.
Yeah.
You know, like that static click.
Yeah, it's
wow,
absolutely amazing. In the winter, they can see the effects of the UV spectrum as well.
Oh,
so whoops!
I knew that was going to happen. Take 2.
We give them lichen here as a treat because our lichen comes from Sweden, and so with it is an associated cost. And lots of places that have reindeer, they wouldn't give them lichen, but there's natural anti-parasitics in it, so it's in our interests to give them it.
Yeah.
Parasite control is one of our, call it a biggest challenge. It's not so much a challenge, we manage it really well here, but it's one of the more difficult sides of keeping reindeer.
God, so I have to get this on camera. You were just telling me off camera there about the antlers and what happens if they damage one. So you need to...
The antlers are absolutely wild, right? So they grow a new set every year. But say they damage an antler whilst that given year, right? And they cast the antler at the end of that year and grow a new set back the following year.
Yeah.
The new set remembers the damage of the previous year's antlers. And that's not to say it doesn't, if they broke it wouldn't grow with that bit missing, but it would grow with a fault line where
that is unreal.
The previous year's antlers weren't. It's a bit like, it's natural selection though, yeah? Because it means that a deer that is careless with its antlers will have inherently weaker antlers because they've broken them year on year and they remember the defects.
Right.
That means that they'll never be the head of the herd because they're careless, and that is not what the head of the herd should be. They should be disciplined and patient and only fight when they should be.
Oh, that honestly, that just blew my mind. How can it remember?
I have no idea. When we come back out, we serve hot dogs and toast marshmallows and have hot chocolate as part of the experience. And this is really an opportunity to sit with the guests and to kind of to share a bit about life here, really, you know, in Caithness, because it's as much about the whole lifestyle of keeping them as it is about the deer themselves, you know.
I bet you get a lot of questions like, when people move here and live here, what do you do for work and all that kind of stuff? Because it is
always, it's,
and
you know, it is a remote area. There's one big employer in the area that almost everybody works for. That's Dunray on the north coast there, including ourselves, because we both work there as well. Both me and my wife work there during the day.
I was just at the North Coast Visitor Centre
learning
about the history of it. Oh, that's a proper wee hidden gem.
It's a
great
fascinating
museum.
Place. Yes.
Oh, it was really good. Yeah. Right. Well, Chris, honestly, thank you. Oh, wait a minute.
Hang on, what's going on there? Hang on.
Right, 1 sec. Oh God, composure.
Serious. Yep.
Right, take 2. Right. Right. Well, Chris, thank you so much. Honestly, that was an absolute pleasure. I had no idea and learnt so much about the reindeer whilst I'm here. You can obviously tell how enthusiastic you are.
No, thank you.
To have them and things like that. And honestly, for anyone watching, you know, if you're looking for a unique experience to do whilst you're doing, you know, the NC 500 or up north, it's only 20 minutes inland, you know, from Thurso in Caithness. Highly recommend it, honestly. What an experience. So thanks so much again.
No problem. Thank you.
After a brilliant afternoon with Chris, I made my way back to Windhaven for the night, where Phil had one of his homemade pizzas waiting for me. So that chicken I carefully marinated yesterday was going to have to wait another day. And probably for the best, because the following morning I was heading back to Dunnet Bay, where Iona was waiting on me. I'd spent plenty of time admiring those waves from the safety of dry land, but now it was time to find out whether I could actually stay upright on one. So hey folks, I'm here with Iona once again. Now you met her earlier on in the sauna and she offered me a chance to go surfing and get a bit of a surfing lesson. Now I've never ever surfed before, so I'm really excited. But Iona is one of the co-owners of North Coast Water Sports. But I had a question for you. You did tell me in the sauna that you're from here, right? So where did your love of surfing come from?
So I've always loved the sea. Since I've been tiny, I would spend as much time as I could in the water. And I was about 10 or 11 years old, and it just came into my mind. I thought, surfing seems really cool. I asked for a board for Christmas, and then I would just genuinely go out on my own here. My mum would stand on the beach. And for the first year or so, I was pretty much just teaching myself. So it was a very slow process. There was no surf schools, no instructors. And to be honest, I didn't even know if surfing was possible. It's not something you heard about in school. None of my friends surfed. the surf scene is very quiet, you know. And then after a couple of years, the North Shore Surf Club started, so a local surf club did start up. And then a couple of the other local older surfers, they took me under their wing. And that's when I realised I'm living in one of the best places in the whole world. And yeah, it's just mind-blowing. I couldn't understand why not everybody who lives here wants to do this. And after I left school at 17, I travelled around the world and never expected to come back here, you know? Just thought I'll go as far away as I can and never come back. But actually when I did that, it made me realise how special it is here. So we thought, okay, we'll try and start our own business, teach people how to surf.
Brilliant.
And that's what we've done. It's been 7 or 8 years now.
Wow.
And I can't imagine doing anything else.
Well, it's funny you talk about growing up. It was something you never really heard of. And
Yeah.
I think a lot of people watching, especially watching from other countries that maybe you would think are more surfing countries. Scotland isn't really thought of as being much of a surfing, you know, country, if you like. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you and Finn, when you travelled, you were in New Zealand. You worked as an instructor at one of the best schools, if not the best school in New Zealand as well. Is that what sort of inspired you to go on your own and come back and do it again?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, we worked at a surf school called Aotearoa Surf, and we lived with the boss man there, and he really just taught us the ways. And it was pretty much this guy that planted the seed in our head of doing our own business.
Yeah.
I'd surf instructed for a few different schools before this too, around Scotland. And I remember I was writing our business plan as we were in Indonesia. Had a little notebook and just coming up with ideas and plans. And yeah, as soon as we got home, we just thought, we'll try and apply for some funding. That then allowed us to initially buy enough wetsuits and boards to get started. But it's true, most people do not think of surfing in Scotland together. It's not initially thought of, but I've been a lot of places now. Every winter we do love to travel, but genuinely, like, nowhere for me can compare to the waves we get here. I know I'm a little bit biased, but genuinely the wave quality and just the space and emptiness.
Yeah.
Very, very unique. I have not found anywhere else in the world yet that is like it.
Now, you just mentioned about the water quality and stuff. My next question was actually going to be, why Caithness? You know, and you've kind of answered it already, but when you say water quality, what do you mean? Just for the viewers and people like myself, I don't know much about surfing, so.
There's a lot of different factors that influence waves. One of the things is kind of where we're positioned geologically. We're quite exposed to the Atlantic Sea. So any storms around America or Iceland, they pretty much come right here. So we have really consistent swells. Like, it's very, very rarely no waves. Generally, spring, summer, autumn is a little bit smaller and calmer, but it's perfect then for learning. And then the winter, that is known as the main surf season if you're experienced. And that is when you can have regular 15, 20-foot swells rolling in.
Wow,
and
really?
It's pretty mind-blowing just to watch. So me personally, I've got a bit of a lower limit to the size of waves I enjoy to surf, but my partner Finn, he is absolutely obsessed with the biggest, most scariest wave you can find. And it's absolutely terrifying, but it's an amazing place for it here. The other thing to mention is the rocks, the geology here. So I don't know if you've noticed when you're driving around, but a lot of the fences, the buildings, they're made out of this very flat stone. It's called Caithness slabstone.
Yes.
And it's pretty much what all of our coastline is made of. So because the rock is so flat, when the swell hits the shallow rock, it means it breaks in this mechanically perfect way. So the shape of the seabed basically determines how a wave breaks. Yeah. In sort of surf terms, you want what's called a peeling wave. A peeling wave is a wave that breaks in a certain direction consistently at the right speed. So that as a surfer, you can ride the wave with the white water behind you the whole way in, you see. And this Caithness slabstone we have, it allows you to do that very consistently in so many different spots.
Wow.
So yeah, we're pretty lucky.
That's the Caithness slab that makes up the black in the Caithness flag, I believe. I read into that.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
That's what, yeah, so the black background, that represents that in the Caithness flag, you know, with the sort of Nordic cross and all the rest of it.
Fact.
Yeah, all the different colours. I know, I just looked at it the other night when I was doing my research when I was up here. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Well, listen, I'm aching to get in the water and give this a go. I really am. This should be quite funny. So yeah, let's go for it. Right, so we're down at the beach now, and I just had one last question before we get stuck into this, because this is my first ever time surfing. And for maybe someone that's watching this, that's always fancied trying surfing, but maybe doesn't have the confidence to do so, what would you say to them?
So we regularly get people in that situation, because surfing, I think, is known as this quite extreme thing, but when you're actually learning, it can be as easygoing as you want it to be. So I know if you look at videos, photos, you see people surfing these monster waves miles out to sea. But today, like at Dunnet Beach, it's a perfect learner spot. We'll be in shallow water. You don't even have to be a strong swimmer, as you can catch waves as shallow as knee deep. And standing up to, it's kind of optional, you know? If you want to, you can push yourself, try fly to the feet. But if you're not feeling as physically able, you can just ride it like a bodyboard, go on your knees. Doesn't matter how you're on the board, you're gonna get that incredible feeling of flying over the water.
Brilliant.
So it's for anyone can surf.
Oh no, I mean, it looks absolutely stunning. We've got a great day for it.
We've gotten lucky.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Aye, it feels fine, yeah. Yeah, it feels really good.
Have you seen any orca while you've been around? Yeah, not yet. You get quite a lot around the North Coast, Caithness, yeah. Oh, this is a monster one! Right, this is a really powerful wave.
Oh, shit! Oh my god! Got wiped out! Oh yeah! Oh my god!
Okay, so wait there, paddling, big paddles, go! Yeah, leaning forwards. Woo-hoo-hoo! Yes! Now my knee is low.
Yeah.
That means I can be in a really low position rather than being like this,
That.
you know? They call it a poo stance.
Right.
If you're just sort of sitting quite square.
Yeah.
But it does take a bit of maybe flexibility
Yeah,
to be able to get that drop knee.
yeah.
But I would give it a go on the next one.
Right.
Big paddles. Phew! Woo!
Right, I'm breathing. It's awesome fun, but Iona, how am I doing?
You're smashing it, honestly. Not many people can stand up and ride a wave the whole way in on their first go. So, yeah.
Oh
well
no,
done, eh?
I'm over the moon, honestly. This is so much fun. Even just going out into the waves with the board and taking it out. Never mind actually trying to get up and surf on it. It's just brilliant.
It's just about being in the water.
And you know what?
Amongst the waves.
I'm used to cold water dipping, but see when you're wearing these wetsuits, you literally don't feel it.
It's crazy.
You know, like my hands, I'm not feeling it.
You don't have that cold water shock at all in a wetsuit. The technology these wetsuits are insane now. So,
yeah, I know, it's brilliant. But honestly, right, let's go back out. I need to do it again.
Yes! There we go, nice and relaxed, leaning in. This one? Yeah.
Right folks, so that's me, done my lesson, absolutely knackered but totally exhilarated. It was absolutely superb, thoroughly enjoyed myself, thank you so much, Iona.
Not at all. Thank you so much for joining us today. It was amazing getting out on the water, and for your first time, you just did so well. So.
I know, I'm delighted. I didn't think I would be able to stand up at all, and it was like pretty much first time. I couldn't believe it.
I'm a natural, I'd say. I'm a natural.
But no, it was great, and the conditions we got today were ideal for a beginner.
Yes.
Like myself, and just the weather. It's just such a beautiful location as well. You're very lucky to call it home.
It's a special beach. I've not really found anywhere else in the world that can compare to the waves and the emptiness and the views. So
yeah, well, that was what you said. They said that's about as busy as you're going to get it.
Yeah,
I know. Even at the weekend.
Middle of summer holidays on a weekend with the sun out, and even then, it's still half empty. So
yeah, I know.
Cool.
Brilliant. Cool. Well, listen, I had an absolute ball. So honestly, thank you so much. I don't think that's going to be the last time I go surfing. And for anyone watching this that's ever felt, a bit nervous about trying it, or has always wanted to try it but never has, honestly, I'd highly recommend it. And if you find yourself up here on the north coast of Scotland in Caithness, just get in touch with Iona here at the North Coast Water Sports. Honestly, it's been top class, and thanks very much again.
Not at all. I hope to see you all soon.
Well, what a day that was. And it was going to be my day off this week, but I'm so glad it wasn't. That was absolutely fantastic. Iona and Finn, they're just so knowledgeable. They do a brilliant job with that business. They've built it up to 2 full vans now, and I think they've got some sort of kind of surf hut somewhere as well, which they're going to continue to develop too. Honestly, it was just fantastic. I'm going to be hungry tonight, and that chicken tikka that I marinated, that's been marinating now for over 2 days, that is going to be sensational. This is looking fantastic. Bit of lettuce, tomato, and red onion, got bits of avocado, and some babas. Oh yes. That is incredible, by the way. Wow. That tikka marinade and then the baba sauce. What a combo. After a few days exploring Caithness, I think what I'll remember most isn't the places I visited, but the people I've met along the way. People who've built their lives around this incredible corner of Scotland and who were generous enough to share a little bit of it with me. But for now, after my first ever surfing lesson, I think I've earned a slightly less adventurous end to the day. Because next week, the journey continues west. The landscape gets wilder, the weather gets considerably worse, and I'll be swapping the surfboard for a pair of hiking boots. Tonight though, Netflix will do just fine. Like and subscribe for more van life adventures.